Hi, everybody. How are you? What a great introduction, Jack. Thank you so much. Wow, I can't tell you how much it means to be standing here with you guys today. It means a lot. I've been in such a good mood lately, and I have no reason why, but there's a song I keep playing over and over on repeat. I want to see if you like it, too. Okay. Don't worry, Mr. Audio. It'll be fine. It's an oldie when you're having a great day.
When it's not always raining,
Every day is like this.
when there's no one complaining,
Every day is like this.
everything falls into place like the flip of a switch. Well, my mama told me every day is like this.
Put you in the best mood. Van Morrison, in case you need something to lift you up. You guys, thank you so much. I am a 7-year breast cancer survivor, and like a lot of people, thanks. Like a lot of people who get the diagnosis, it's quite jarring. You know, it comes out of nowhere. I mean, you know, I ran in Central Park and ate apples. Like, I thought nothing bad would ever happen to me. And when you know, I found a lump, and I was in my office thinking it was just a nothing, like most things are nothing. And I'll never forget it. I was sitting talking to an intern about the business, and my phone rang, and I looked down at it, and it said Mount Sinai, and I said, oh, that's the doctors telling me the thing is nothing. And I remember the intern looked at me, and she said, oh, you have a phone call. Do you want me to leave? And I said, oh, no, this will take 1 second. I'll go ahead and take the call, and then we'll continue talking. I answered the phone, and the guy said on the other end, not good news for you. You know how you hear certain words, and I heard cancer. I didn't say one word. I hung up the phone, and I looked at this young girl, and she said, should I leave? And I said, yeah, I think so. And she said, before I go, can I ask a favor? And I said, sure. And she said, can I hug you? And you know how sometimes you get just what you need when you need it? This young girl gave me a hug, and I'll never forget it. And I was the kind of person, when I was diagnosed with cancer, I wanted it over with. I wanted to have the surgery. I was told I needed a mastectomy. I wanted it done. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to be defined by it. So I did the surgery. I was done. I did reconstruction all at once, and I was healing. And I remembered I was sitting at home, and Matt Lauer called me, and he said, do you want to go on a Where in the World is Matt Lauer? Do you feel well enough? We'd love to include you. And I said, I'd love to go. I wasn't ready, but I didn't care, and I got on the plane to go to Ireland to do the story. And on the way home, I'll never forget it, I was feeling terrible, and I thought I probably shouldn't have flown. I wasn't quite ready. I'm sitting on the plane, and I'm about to put my headphones in, you know, because I just wanted to curl up and go to bed. And I was right here with the headphones, and this guy next to me goes, how you doing? I go, good. He goes, you work on one of the shows in the morning? I go, yeah. He's like, oh, the one with Al Roker. You like Al? I go, I love Al. Is Al funny? I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm next to Jaws. Like, I wanted to. But the guy was so nice and likable. There's something about him, so I started talking to him. We got to talking, and I thought, oh, he's friendly enough. And he looked at my arm, and I had a compression sleeve on. And he said, what is that? I said, oh, it's a compression sleeve. He said, what's it for? And I said, oh, I had a procedure, you know, and the doctor said I should wear it when I fly. And he goes, oh, well, what was the procedure? I go, oh, it's, you know, an operation. Anyway, the doctor said, you know, when I fly, I should wear it. And he goes, well, what operation did you have? And I said, okay, you know what, I have breast cancer. I said, but God, I hope when you get off the plane, you don't say, hey, you know, I sat next to a girl with breast cancer. I said, I hope there are other things you think of. And he said, what is wrong with you? And I said, what? He said, what is wrong with you? He said, breast cancer is part of you. He said, it's like going to college or getting married or working at NBC. So he said, I'm going to give you some advice, and then you can go to sleep. And I said, okay. And I'll never forget the advice he gave me. He said, don't hog your journey. It's not just for you. He said, think of how many people you could have helped on the plane ride home. He said, you can put your stuff deep in your pockets and take it to your grave, or you can help someone, choice A or choice B. And right then, I made my decision about trying to help. So for Ken Duane, that was his name, the guy on the plane, I love him. These are like the three things I learned. I learned that my life has margins, and it's to be valued and not wasted. So I just don't waste time anymore. I hold on so tightly to the things I love, and I get rid of the things I don't. And I'm divorced now. But anyway, I don't know why I'm laughing, but you know what? That's how life rolls, okay? Whatever. The other thing I got 4 words. If you make it through breast cancer or whatever your cross to bear is, whatever the difficult thing you're trying to get through, if you make it through, you get 4 words. You get, "You can't scare me." I have to tell you, so empowering. And I remember right after I got sick and got better, they were starting a new hour of the Today Show. And I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to do something I've never done in my life. I always sat in the front row, you know what I mean, and just waited to be noticed. I never, I just worked hard. I'm like, they'll see me. I'm right here working. But everyone else was raising their hand and saying, pick me. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to go and I'm going to ask for that job. And I'll never forget it. I went to the 52nd floor where all the bigwigs were, and I was so calm because it seemed so nothing, so small to ask for a promotion. Who cared, right? So I went up to Jeff Zucker and I was like, "You can't scare me." He thought I was nuts, I'm sure. But I don't care because I did it, and I was so glad I did it. And, after speaking with him and with some help from the producers, I ended up getting the job at the Today Show with Kathy Lee. And I promise you, if I hadn't gotten sick, I wouldn't have had the courage, the guts to ask for it. I'm sure I wouldn't have this job because I never would have asked for it. And just the last thing, you guys, before I go, I love this saying. Someone reminded me of it. They said, the way you spend your days is the way you spend your life. The way you spend your days is the way you spend your life. So think of a random Tuesday. You wake up, you have breakfast, you feed the kids, you go to work, you have 10 meetings. You come home, you make dinner, you hug the kids, you watch a Law and Order rerun, kiss your husband, and you go to bed. Okay, that's your life in a nutshell. And if you want to change it, you just have to change Tuesday a little. And then you change Wednesday, and then Thursday, and pretty soon you've changed a week, and then a month, and a year. And it's about baby steps. I think sometimes we think, I have to go, build a hospital in Africa to do something. But if you make baby step changes in your life, you'll feel really good. And I've felt that in my life. You guys, I can't tell you how honored I am to be here with you tonight. Thank you for honoring me. I really appreciate it. Photographer just asked me if I wanted to do one more picture with my mouth closed, because I think if your mouth's open, it looks like you're having more fun, like, hey.